Hello and welcome to another edition of Commando Gaming. We're bringing you a new game to the channel today. It's called Insurgency Sandstorm. As you can see on the screen, this is a team combat game where you're either playing against other players on multiplayer or against AI. It's basically set in the Middle East, and you're either part of the insurgency or you're part of the security forces that's assigned at random. And in each group, you basically have a squad, and each member of the squad has different roles, anywhere from being the commander to the observer who calls in fire support,
to the marksman,
to being the marksman, or being the gunner for the machine gunner, or just rifleman. So we'll explain that as we play the game, but let's just jump into some gameplay. Be playing with my partner Alex. And you'll be watching my screen for the most part, but whenever I get killed, which is very often, we'll switch over to Alex's feed so you can see his gameplay as well.
We will also be trying to stick together as much as possible.
Yes, that's true. So we're going to go in. We've already connected our account, so we're going to be put into the same match. So we're going to find a match right now. We're going to do co-op against artificial intelligence enemies. So everybody on our team will be human, and everybody on the opponents will be AI. You can also play against other players, and you can also play team competitive matches as well to level up on ladders. Alright, so here's our team. As you can see, we have a team of 6, which is a pretty good team.
It's actually a pretty small team in this game.
Yeah, so
you can have up to, what is it, 10, 15 players?
Up to 10 to 15 players, depending on who's available at the time. The important thing, as you're going to see, is each member of the team has very important roles, especially the commander and the observer for calling in fire support. So everybody has to play their role very successfully, because this is a very intelligent AI.
Yeah, we've gotten really good at being commanders and observers. He's good at being commander, I'm good at observer.
Yep, and that how it works is a commander actually decides where the airstrike comes in, but he can't call it in unless he has an observer with him who has a radio. So that's how it works. There's a lot of teamwork in this game. So I'm going to be the commander here. We're playing as part of the insurgency. So, and Alex is going to be the observer. So we're going to have those two positions available. All right. It takes a minute for our player to render here. We've got a little bit of lag, but not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. And Alex should be in the game momentarily. A little bit of lag. That should smooth out. One of the cool features here is you can force your way through a door, and if somebody's standing behind it, they will be killed. It's called a breach.
And remember, this is an online game, so our teammates' comments are not our own.
Alright, so we just captured A, so
And friendly fire is a real thing in this game, so you have to remember that.
we captured A, so now, and keep in mind we're in the insurgents, so we're fighting security forces. So anybody that's in camouflage is our targets in this situation.
I'm dead already.
Oh, hostile fire. There we go. Target down. One of the things we found is to try to go prone whenever you're being shot at. Pretty
Are
self-explanatory.
you lagging still?
No, I'm not lagging.
I'm lagging a little.
It's an online game, so lagging can vary depending on who's playing on your team. But all in all, not too bad. try to find a stairway, because if I just keep jumping out of windows, eventually I'm going to lose health. So we're just trying to catch up with the rest of our team here.
I just heard grenades. I just heard a grenade clink.
I really enjoy breaking down doors. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, there's specific things you have to do. There are, like this one right now, it's a capture. You have to capture the point, and sometimes you have to defend it against a counterattack. Or there's also weapon caches that you have to destroy.
Alright, we're almost there. Alright, we got there in time to get points for capturing. Now the enemy's coming, going to try to take away this point from us. So they're going to do a counterattack, basically. So they could bust in from any direction.
Dad, close that door.
I'm actually going to use a Molotov cocktail on that door. Hopefully they'll come in and get burned. I got a couple doors to cover, so I'm just going to cover this door and then cover that door over there. Somebody launched some smoke. Never a good idea when you're defending to launch smoke. Now, how this works is once you capture a location, your team gets to respawn. So as soon as we capture this location, then Alex will be able to go back in. Up, someone flashbanged.
Dad, there's a guy outside the window right next to you.
Looks like they came in through that door over there. Oh, good. How many people are left, Alex?
Just you.
Oh man. And that's what happens if you don't capture a checkpoint and everybody dies, then it's a defeat and the computer wins, and then you have to try again. So that's one of the things where teamwork is really important, and staying alive is very important, because you want to make sure that you achieve your objective before everybody on your team dies. So when you fail, you can fail twice, and then you just get to try again. And the third time, then you lose. And you go back to the lobby to set up another game.
Our support's ready.
Alright, now Alex is into the game as well, which is good, because eventually I will die, and it will give us somebody to watch play. I'm kind of surprised I haven't died more often.
Watch team kills.
Alright, so we're capturing A. Personally, I do better when I'm playing as the security force, because I instinctively want to shoot people that look like terrorists. So sometimes it takes me longer to...
Sidearm ready.
Alright, we got some enemies across the street, so I'm trying to snipe them down, which I did there.
Down.
As you can see, there's lots of stuff going on in this
Fire
game.
and smoke. Gas mask.
Enemy breaching from downstairs. Now, I'm I'm the commander, so one of my roles is to
I
set
got
up
someone.
Supporting
I got
fire.
flashed.
But the farther you get into a match, the harder the counterattacks get. So you want to save those for the end of the game. Pretty much.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Alex. As you can see, Alex just burned himself. That happens sometimes. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. How many?
3, 2,
Right.
1. Okay, you don't have to defend anymore.
Right. See, there's a timer when you're defending. There's a timer, and there's a timer when you're going on the attack. So, and then each time in this game, once you capture an objective, you can reload your weapons, which also restores your health to 100%.
I died.
And Alex died already, but that's okay. He'll be back in as soon as we secure B. Let's find some stairs.
Dad, it might be inside still.
What?
It might be inside. No, it's not.
What are you looking for?
B.
Oh, B's over here. So as you can see, the checkpoints that you're fighting for are superimposed on the map, so it's pretty easy to figure out where you need to go. And some people like to stay outside of buildings, some people like to stay inside the buildings for cover. It really depends on your own gameplay and strategy. And you have to make sure you clear the corners, because the AI is very good at setting up ambushes. So you have to be very careful about that. That guy almost shot me. Let's get up here so we can get some points. We're taking B.
Close the door you just came in through.
I will. I'll close the door. Come on. Sometimes it's hard to close the doors in this game. Alright, good. You don't have to... Now you'll notice in the last run through we had to defend B, but in this one we didn't. The computer sets it up randomly, so you never know whether you're going to have to defend from a counterattack or just move on to the next mission. So, keeps things interesting that way.
Dad, where are you?
I got into the security forces flank here, so hopefully I'll get some of these guys. There we go, nice little headshot. I'm going to duck behind this wall here so I can reload. There's Alex, sporting a ski mask there. Probably try to move up here.
Push, push.
Yep. As you can see, this is a very complicated urban environment. There's lots of situations where you can get ambushed. The enemy can come from any direction.
That's artillery. Dad, it just came through there. This way. Get down.
Oh, I'm down. I finally died. That was probably the longest I've played without dying ever. So let's watch Alex's gameplay here. Notice how he tries to stay down as much as possible. Ooh, get in that tactical. Alright, so now, oh, and we lost. So now we have one more try.
I have lag.
A little bit of lag there. But all in all, as you can see, this is a pretty complicated game. You end up losing a lot, which I think helps you become a better player overall. And it keeps the game interesting, because this is a very hard game. This isn't a game where you just go through the motions and get hundreds of kills and you never even get shot. It's a very challenging game, for sure.
Keep your head down.
Ah, as you can see, I just got taken out by a little bit of an ambush there. So let's watch Alex here.
Got him.
Yeah, you did it. Good shot. So as you can see, again, this is a very urban environment in this game. So you have to watch what you're shooting at and what you're not shooting at. There are portions of the game that are explodable. So for example, if you shot a gasoline tank, it could blow up. So you have to be very careful with that sort of thing. Make sure that you're shooting at the enemy and not your teammates. So now our team is down to one player, and when that happens, they put on this very dramatic music. I call it the uh-oh music, because that means your success is based on one player surviving and achieving the objective. So it's kind of like watching an action movie at this point, kind of interesting and fun. But it can be frustrating if your team has tried really hard to win an objective and then you lose. But in this case, we're only at the first objective, so it's not like we've fought for a half hour at this point, but it would be disappointing if we lost, because then we'd have to go back to the game lobby. But as you can see, he succeeded.
That was so close.
So we always like to say, good job, man. And then when we have someone who does a last stand like that, it's always pretty impressive, because the odds are against him, because there's usually a whole bunch of enemy trying to take him out. So we're going to B now. One thing I found when playing this game is if you're under fire,
Sorry.
you don't want to stop running and trying to shoot necessarily. You want to try to get to cover, because if you stop where you are while you're being shot at, chances are you're just making yourself a better target, and you'll be taken out very quickly. So as you can see, our teammates are ahead of us.
I'm at B.
And again, I'm the commander, and you can call in airstrikes and things of that nature, but we usually try to save that until the very end of the game.
Move up. Sorry.
Ooh, I just got taken out. But hey, we just captured the objective, so I got right back into the game. So that's good timing for me. As you can see, sometimes it can be hard to figure out where you need to go to get to the objective. just resupplying here.
Fire support's ready.
Alright, fire support is ready. We're going to head out to Objective C. You always have to watch out because an attack by the enemy can come from any direction at any time. So you constantly have to be checking.
On the exact level of C.
Constantly checking around to see where the enemy is. Alright, everybody in our team is still alive and we're almost to the next checkpoint. That's good.
Sorry.
Alright, we've got some contact here. Not bunch up. You gotta get out there. One of the worst things you could do is bunching up, because then the enemy can use one grenade to take you out.
It's you and 3 more people.
Alright, so we're capturing Charlie here. Hopefully, we're gonna have to defend.
Just stay in the back.
So I'm just gonna stay here in the shade. Do a mag change real quick.
Dad, technical, get down.
I'm down.
Enemy technical.
I see it. Let's see if we
The
can't.
gunner's down. The gunner's down.
See if we can't take it out. Make sure no one's.
To your left, to your left. They're to your left.
Thank you. Target down. We're running out of ammo.
It's okay, you have your sidearm. We'll respawn. I'm coming to meet you 61 meters away.
Alright, there's a rocket launcher here, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. And, oh! I need to get some ammo.
Watch out, the enemies don't want to be back. Don't want us back there.
I got to get some ammo, because I used a lot of ammo in that defense. And then I'll catch up with everybody else.
Dad, there's a resupply point.
I know, I did it. I resupplied. Oh. Contact.
I got him. Fire support's ready. We're clear. We are not clear.
Oh, see, I tried to take out the target and it took me out. Now you can talk to each other in this game, It doesn't seem like anybody on this team really wants to interact with each other, other than me and Alex. So, all right. So I'm watching Go to Me Z, and what he's doing right now is he's placing a bomb on this supply of munitions, which is our objective for this
Clear.
point. He'll blow it up, and then we can all be spawned back into the game. So again, your team has to achieve the objective before everybody dies, or you lose. So that's why staying alive is so important. Teamwork is very important in this game. Not bunching up is very important.
I died.
Ooh. Alright, you see I died there, but that's okay because we were close to getting rid of the objective. So in certain situations it's okay to be aggressive because you know you're about to be respawned. But sometimes you want to play it safe. And again, now that we're farther on in the map, I'll probably start using our air support. We usually don't use that early in the game because we want to save that for later. There's usually the last checkpoint is always a situation where you have to defend and they send a whole bunch of enemies at you, so that's when we like to use our fire support.
Down.
Good job, Alex. Grab this rocket. Just in case we need it later.
Down.
Alright, as you can see, Alex got taken out. Let's see if I can avenge him.
He's in the left. On the right. On the right.
Got him. Alright, let's see if we can get to F with the rest of our team.
Down. Down. Take those stairs. F is above you.
Alright, F is above me. Alright. Let's go down. We're going to have to defend this location for sure.
Good, because you're the last one left.
What?
You're the only one left.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You have one more person.
Alright, good. We don't have to defend.
Fire support's ready.
Yep, we're going to start using that right now. So that's why it becomes more important that I stay alive, because we're going to need the fire support.
I need to resupply. Watch out behind you!
Yeah. Alright, Alex and I are both down, so
Only 3 more people left.
as you can see, when you're not playing anymore, you can spectate on the rest of your team. I found that it's a really good way to get better at the game by watching other good players play, obviously. And you can spectate for your team, you can root them on, and hopefully learn some things along the way about being a better player. As you can see, the enemy's coming from every direction, and they still have to advance, otherwise we lose the round. So, there we go. They
You gotta
succeeded.
defend.
So, what we have to do is get over here and defend. Alex, if you get in visual, stop and I'll call in some air support. Try to get in visual range of G. And we'll either get inside or we'll call in support. Looks like we can get inside.
I'm inside.
Alright, so now we're going to call some in some air support. We haven't done that yet, so
Everyone pick a place to cover. Explosive mortars incoming. Everyone stay inside.
So it's really important as the commander that I stay alive right now so I can call in support that will attack the enemies outside of this building. So that's my primary job at this point.
Behind us.
Go ahead. Oh. Grenade. So as you can see, we lost 3 times, which means we go back to the lobby.
We both made it on the scoreboard once.
We both got on the scoreboard, which is pretty good. And at the end of each round, it will give you your statistics for that particular round. And we're probably going to end this video on this note, and then, or maybe we can go one more round.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll try to go one more round here. So at the end, it'll give you your successes. I didn't do too good here. I killed 9 and I died 8 times, so it was not really a good round for me.
Got 6 objectives.
I did secure 6 objectives though, and then it gives you your experience, and then you level up as you would expect. So we're going to try to get one more match in here, really quick.
Wait, I'm not into the match results yet.
Go into another match. This is a match.
I'm frozen.
You'll catch up. You should catch up pretty quickly. Don't hit your computer too hard. You'll really get frozen. Hopefully it'll sort itself out.
I'm not able to sort itself out. I have to log out and come back in.
Alright, on that note, we're going to actually end the video. We're having some technical difficulties here, but what we're going to do is we're going to bring back some more gameplay on this game probably tomorrow. We do find that this is a really fun game. So we'll get you some gameplay shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this game, and we'll end the video. So Alex, why don't you tell everybody while I get to where we can shut down the video what you like and don't like about this game.
The music is good, the gameplay is good. Friendly fire is a little bit harsh because everyone seems to do friendly fire.
Yes, that's very true. You have to watch your fire very carefully, and sometimes your teammates are not so careful about not shooting you. So
yeah, and another thing, I actually like that if you have a commander that's like, we had a commander a while back, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, that he was literally sending artillery in on us, killing the whole team. So we asked the rest of the team privately to let me and my dad be the observers so we could just stay away from him so he can't do that. I like how that's an option. If the commander is a little bit bad and doesn't know what they're doing, the observers can just stay away from them. And then all the commander can do is calm and smoke.
So we really enjoy this game. We're going to try to give you some more gameplay throughout the next couple days. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of Insurgency Sandstorm gameplay, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell button to let you know when we drop our next video. We'll probably do another video tomorrow on this game. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow.